Hello there, I have such a fun video for you today. I have 5 favorite products here. These are #1 favorite products from 5 popular brands. And I had a really hard time narrowing these products down. We'll go through that as the video goes on. And this video is a collaboration with 4 other fantastic YouTubers. So I do want to say hello and welcome to those of you who are new here and haven't been to my channel before. And I do hope that you consider hitting that subscribe button before the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching. Each of the 4 ladies that I'm collaborating with is super down to earth and realistic. They all bring something that you can take away in your everyday life. Their channels are drama-free and they genuinely just want to help you make better buying decisions, which is something that is huge for me here on my channel. So after you finish this video, be sure and check out the other ladies' videos. I'll have them linked down below along with their channels. I realize that some of you may have already sat through several intros. You can go ahead and skip to the product portion, but I just feel like I need to share a little bit because they are really fantastic. So the first in the collaboration is Risa from Risa Does Makeup. We've been friends for a really long time. She lives in Las Vegas, a hot climate like I live in here in New Orleans, and she was a working makeup artist for a long time and has some awesome tutorials on her channel. She does videos that are great for anti-aging, but she also has videos that suit everyone. Her videos are very applicable for anyone, and she just does a really great job with teaching. So definitely check her out if you haven't already. Samantha March and I have become so close over the past several months. I am just so grateful, and she is just as sweet off camera as she is on. She's a multitasker like me. I've got my social media consulting. She is a self-published author and has that going on the side along with 1,000 other things like myself. So we have that in common and talk about anything and everything pretty much every day. She just launched a collaboration with Ofra, which is super awesome. I'll link that down below as well. And she's very positive and just has a real passion for makeup. I think you'll love her channel if you also have a passion for makeup. I've been following Andréa Modellano's channel for a really long time, so I'm glad that we finally connected. She has such a great quality to her videos. She has some of the best declutters that I've ever seen on her channel, and she has such a soothing, calming demeanor and voice as well. I just really enjoy watching her videos. I think if you're someone who appreciates thoroughness, you will enjoy Andréa's videos. She really just gives you all the information that you want, and I appreciate that. Jennifer Joyce has been a makeup artist and hairstylist in Southern California for a long time. She does a lot with anti-aging on her channel. So if you're someone that's looking for that, I think this is going to be a great channel for you. She experiments a lot with certain skincare things, which I think is kind of fun and can give you the real ins and outs of, you know, what might be good or not good to do. She's very down to earth. She tells it like it is. I appreciate that in a channel. I know a lot of you do too. And she throws in some exercise things on her channel every now and then too for variety. Like I said, I think no matter what you're looking for, you will find it from one or more of the ladies I mentioned. So definitely check them out if you haven't. Tell them I said hello, subscribe to them if you're not, and let's go ahead and get into the products. The brand that I'm starting with, and I'm going in no particular order, is Tarte. And I went with them just because I've been using the brand for so long here on my channel and just in life, and I have a lot of favorites from the brand. It was really, really hard for me to narrow down one particular product, but this is a product that I've been using for a long time. And even though I may not mention it as much now as I mentioned it in the beginning of my channel, I still go back to it all the time. I still just recommend it and think it's such an invaluable product to have, and that is the Tarte In Bloom palette. I do have it on my eyes today, and I just think it's such a great neutral palette for anyone to have because you get warm tones, cool tones, you can do a smoky eye, you can do a very subtle daytime eye. It's a great giftable palette, it's a great beginner palette, it's wonderful for someone who's been using makeup for a long time. When I think about all of the Tarte products that I have, this is one that just keeps staying in my life. Now, I do have to say, when I was narrowing this down, let me turn that around. This product was a contender with this, the Tarte Man-Eater palette. I'm not going to go on about it, but I really almost chose this because I rave about this all the time as being the perfect travel makeup palette, because you can do the same things as far as, you know, smoky or subtle, but it's not quite as expansive as Tarte In Bloom. I do love this too, but when it came down to it, Tarte In Bloom won. This was a close second. I don't know if that's cheating mentioning a second place or not, but I just had to give you my rationale for why I landed with Tarte In Bloom. It's fantastic. Okay, so my next product I have on my face, and it is from the brand Charlotte Tilbury. I have a feeling that Charlotte Tilbury might be chosen from several people today. I don't know why I feel that way, but it'll be interesting to see what everyone's favorite is from the brand. I just use and love so much from Charlotte Tilbury. So I have a lot of blushes in my life, and it says a lot when I can actually say that this one particular shade of blush is my #1 favorite product from a brand. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blush in Ecstasy. This is such a beautiful, first of all, formula, because it doesn't look powdery on the face at all. And this shade in particular is just so beautiful with any look. It brightens up the face in such a beautiful way. So today I did use the Swish shade on the cheekbone and use the pop shade above the apple of the cheek. But oftentimes I do mix the shades together just to make it faster. It never looks overdone. It always looks beautiful and flattering. A while back, this blush was on the top of a dresser and fell onto the hard floor and shattered, and I immediately that day purchased another. That is when I knew that this blush was always going to be in my life. There are many blushes I have in my stash that I love, but if that had happened to them, I would just replace them with another blush that I had in my stash. It would not be a big deal. This is one I cannot live without. I have a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products, and I love a lot of them, but this one for me just reigns supreme. I love it. I use it a ton. It's super flattering. I just feel like it makes my face glow and light up every time I use it. Yes, this is my #1. The next brand I'm going with is #7. I love the brand overall. The products that I've tried from the brand, they have great foundations, great face products. And this product could be repackaged as high-end and you would never ever know that it was drugstore. And that is their translucent Perfect Light powder in both the pressed and the loose version. I'm showing you both because honestly, it really doesn't matter which one you use. The formulations are beautiful. I have the pressed on this side of the face and I have the loose on this side of the face. They both apply and set the face beautifully. So if you prefer pressed powder, it travels easy. You can touch up with it. If you want a loose to keep at your vanity, the loose works great. They look light, but they do appear translucent on the skin, and they're just beautiful for any skin type. If I have oily combination skin, my T-zone gets oily, but I have dry under eyes, and I am able to use this both under my eyes as well as on my face, and it just looks beautiful. It never looks overly powdery. It sets well. It controls my shine a decent amount of time, and I just love the way it makes my skin look. Beautiful, beautiful powders, no matter which formulation you choose. This is my favorite #7 product that I have tried, and I've tried a lot from the brand. So if you haven't tried this, I would definitely get either one of these formulations. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I didn't even realize how many Too Faced products I had in my possession until I started gathering products for this video. And then I realized, yes, this is the #1 favorite product, the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is the concealer that replaced Shape Tape for me. One of my first videos on my channel that ever did well for me was how to apply Tarte Shape Tape if you're not a YouTuber. Shape Tape was so hard to apply for so many people. You know, it's set really quickly and it could be very drying and aging if you're, you know, not 20 something. And when this came out, it just solved all of that for me. It doesn't set as quickly, so you have more time to blend it out. It's more hydrating. You can apply it more thinly. If you don't want as thick of coverage, you can apply it with a brush or a sponge. I like to apply it with a sponge. You can layer it slightly if you have some darker areas underneath your eyes. It works really well on the face and under the eyes, just like Shape Tape. And you can also use it as an eye primer in a pinch if you like using concealer as your eye primer to even out that area. And not to mention how large this is and how much you get for your money. This is 0.5 ounces, whereas most concealers are 0.25. It's a really, really great product. And as far as Too Faced the brand goes, yeah, there's more colorful products and there's, you know, different face type products. But when I think about what I reach for the most from Too Faced, this is it. And it is definitely a multi-use product for me, just like the name says. So I knew I had some Hourglass favorites, but I didn't realize just how favorite they were until I was putting things together for this video. I know I've said that a couple of times, but in the end, my #1 favorite Hourglass product, and those of you that follow me know what I'm going to say here, is the Veil Mineral Primer. So I have not had very good luck with pore filling primers because they may fill my pores really great right away, but if I have oil that starts to come through later, my makeup just slides off my face in those areas. I have very sensitive skin with rosacea that can flare up, and my skin is also oily combination. This is a primer that takes care of everything I need it to take care of. Even when I have had dehydrated areas around the perimeter of my face, it's never emphasized those. It's white, but it's kind of watery right away. You do have to shake it, and you only need a pea-size amount for your entire face. I promise that's all you need. And when you first apply it, it kind of looks like it's going to make your face look ghostly white. It blends out so easily, and when it sinks into the skin, your skin just feels smooth like silk. It doesn't feel lotiony, sticky. You know what I mean? It just feels smooth. I don't even know how to explain it, but it does fill in and blur my pores and smooth everything out. And it keeps my makeup looking so great all day. It controls my oil. It's also water repellent. So if you live in a hot, humid environment like I do, or if you just are sweating or something, it is going to help keep your makeup looking great despite the sweat or you getting wet or whatever it may be. This is just the primer that has stayed in my life the longest and the one I always go back to and will always be in my life. This is my #1 favorite Hourglass product. Now, this is the 2-ounce size. That's why I have a tube. I don't know how many of these I've gone through. I started out with the 1-ounce bottle and just decided to bite the bullet and get the tube. I'm going to give a quick mention to the Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray because if this was not in my life, this would probably be #1 that just came out. So I had to give it a mention because not only does it have a fantastic spray, this is kind of like having something that eliminates the powdery look like MAC Fix Plus, as well as having a setting spray all in one bottle. So I just wanted to give this a quick little mention if you haven't checked this out because it is new. This is really good too, but I do have to give #1 to this. I did a video recently on the best foundations that look like skin. I know a lot of you are looking for that kind of thing now that spring and summer is upon us. So I'll have that linked here for you if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen the videos from the other ladies, be sure and go check those out. I know you'll find some fantastic products. I'll have those in the description box for you as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, become part of the family. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.